Hi, my name is Obi. I'm a first-year software development and network engineering student of Sheridan College. In this presentation, I'm going to talk about the topic, should the government control the internet and its content? During this presentation, I'm going to share the history of the internet uses, should the government control the internet, and my conclusion. History of the Internet. The history of the Internet dates back to 1960, where researchers in the US Department of Defense used it for information sharing. In the 1970s, computer scientists Vincent Cerf and Bob Kahn from the Advanced Research Projects Agency Network (ARPANET) developed a way for all computers in the world to connect to one another. Most of our daily activities are done through the internet. Some of these uses include e-commerce, electronic mail, education, news, sports and entertainment, social networking, dating, and blogging. The internet is also used for negative activities such as online scams, fraud, fake news, cyberbullying, and hate speech. According to a research by PEW Research Center in September 2020, social media is the most common reported location for most people's online harassment. Hate speech, trolling, bullying, stalking, and racial abuses on the internet have negative psychological effects on victims. According to Hoff and Mitchell in 2009, targets experience high levels of anger, powerlessness, sadness, and fear. A research conducted by PEW Research Center in 2014 and 2017, women and younger adults experience more severe forms of harassment online. Illegal activities such as terrorism, child pornography, human trafficking, prostitution, drugs, and other criminal activities are sometimes carried out via the internet. And the big question is, should the government control the internet and its content? An opinion poll conducted by Rasmussen's Reports in 2014 said that 61% of Americans disagree that government should regulate the internet. 26% agree, while 13% are not sure. In my opinion, the internet, like most other inventions, could be good or bad. It depends on how it is used. Therefore, the government should not control it. This is because it is against the fundamental human rights of free speech and free association. Also, allowing government to control the internet could encourage state-sponsored harassment, victimization, and invasion of privacy of citizens and political opponents by repressive government in some countries. However, there should be some form of guidelines for internet use. Internet stakeholders like social media companies need to do more to ensure that content adhere to these rules, and users who engage in abuse and actions that could lead to harm are sanctioned. An example is the recent banning of the former US President Donald Trump by social media platforms like Twitter and Facebook for allegedly encouraging an insurrection on the Capitol Hill building. However, there should be some form of balance to avoid infringing on people's rights. For example, while combating hate speech, care should be taken to protect free speech. So far, striking this balance has proven to be a Herculean task for social media platforms as these problems persist. Users continue to have negative experiences on the internet. There's been widespread reports of celebrities leaving or threatening to leave social media due to constant cyberbullying and hate. Some of these examples include soccer legend Thierry Henry, pop star Justin Bieber, and movie star Leslie Jones. The internet is one of man's greatest inventions. It has continued to affect the way we live and do things. The internet has changed how we work, study, shop, perform activities such as sports, religion, celebrations, and so on, especially during this pandemic. However, there's also been some downsides such as fake news, scams, fraud, cyberbullying, and other illegal activities which internet stakeholders and social media companies are struggling to manage. Also, allowing the government to regulate this could lead to human rights infringement, victimization, and politics. Therefore, another approach is required. As suggested in an article by an online news medium, article19.com, published on April 25th, 2018, the best way to ensure genuine protections and a transparent approach to content regulation is an independent regulator, as is used to promote accountability and ethical standards in the traditional print media.
Thank you so much for watching. Bye.